Do I want it louder? I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is a game by Don't Nod Interactive, I guess. They're called Banishers, Ghosts of the New Eden. It's a third-person action game with twin protagonists, specializing in magic powers and melee. And we're going to play a new trial. Apparently it didn't do so well in the quarterly report, so I'm kind of curious to find out why. A lot of people played it when it released, and they seem to like it. Don't Nod from Life Is Us fame. I don't know. Let's just do normal. Let's just do normal and not read any of that. And we'll have a good time. Banishers. Oh yeah, it's a story game. See, so Focus Entertainment is the publisher, coming off the hit of Space Marine 2. They've kind of got a lot of games in their library. And like I said, Don't Nod.
Sir, the ship lies at anchor off New Eden. A tender stands at your disposal.
I just played that Amazon New World demo. It's like the MMO from Amazon Web Services. It was pretty good, and it starts the same way, like you're on a ship in the galley. So we're playing as a couple.
I dreamed of clouds. Great long fluffy bastards.
I'm kind of tempted to skip. I kind of want to just get to the game. Maybe that's what a lot of these action games are missing. They think that we need like a motive or a backstory to swing a sword and lock on.
I dreamed of the abyss, in the darkest reaches of the deepest ocean.
I think that this attitude of like, on the one hand, there's a game that wants us to immerse ourselves in its story and invest our emotions, rather than it giving us some energy and it resonating with us.
In New England.
It's kind of asking for something from the user or from the player. And unless you're going to do something fun like GTA 6, like a fun game that I want to play.
Something's bothering you.
Charles's letter.
Like, I don't know that people want to... It'd be so much easier to just watch a show or watch a movie.
Or he would banish it himself.
I don't know that people necessarily want to get...
I'm serious.
So invested in these characters. Why is it... Maybe it's also that it's not a modern setting. Because I just look at this and I thought, well, why would I not want to know about this, but I want to know about Alan Wake? And I was like, well, Alan Wake is based on real character. Well, not real character, but it's in a modern setting. I'd rather relate to people trying to make their way through a modern life, I guess. And, you know, pirates on some galley ship or whatever.
Night beat.
And it's the same thing with Supermassive games, like
gallant to the last.
Indie games that focus on story, or some of these AA games that focus on story. Like, I don't care that they're in
lovers.
They should have started here.
The greatest banishers I ever knew.
See, look, the narrator telling me, oh, give a shit about these characters. I don't care that they're in love and they're going to be ripped apart.
Say, and death to the dead. It is not so simple.
So it's like, if you're going to have a game that's going to be based on story.
Dead as alive, we are complex and emotional beings.
It's like you either have to connect to the character or make it easy. Like, I know going in, that's the point of the game. Just to invest in a... Like, and I'm playing to find out what happens to these characters. Like that mail delivery game, Leg. That is a terrible game. But it's a great story. And it's the same with like all Supermassive games. You just walk forward and interact. There's no gameplay, but it's fun. It's fun choosing what's going to happen to these characters. So in this game, where I can't choose what's going to happen to the character, and I got to listen to this shit, like, why would you play this game? You play a game to interact. It's not to have an experience. You can have the experience watching a trailer.
If this is June, I'd hate to see.
So when I play a game,
to freeze my backside off.
I want to do that. I want to do that activity. When's my turn?
London wasn't much
When do
better.
I get to play? When do I get to participate? And you're
bishop's arse.
you want to do the activity and participate in the
I don't mind
activity.
saying it. I'm very disappointed.
This is also cool.
Charles
Start it
wasn't
here.
lying.
Who are these guys? Where are they
Even
going?
as cold as death. You may well be disappointed.
And it'd be more intriguing because I'd wonder, well, who are they? How do they know each other? What are they doing? Instead of ignoring that whole first part. So now we've had 3 intros. They're in bed together. There's the gray narrator. And then now they're arriving. And this is like, you know, Dragon's Dogma Black Isle. She looks cool. She's already got those,
You'd better be at the tavern.
the eyelets.
With a hot grog. Or 2.
Hold R1 to skip. You tell me now. Looks pretty good. Now I'm playing.
I think I weary of long bowling.
Let's find some,
just a grim fellow.
So I gotta roll.
I can't remember the last time we did something
Like,
else
seriously,
at work.
do you think people would play this game to learn about their story or to do this action?
Warm and safe.
Unless story is the reward, and that's my motive for playing,
But it's not a bad idea.
and I'm playing to find out what happens next in the plot to these characters. If that's the way your game's gonna be, you gotta make it real easy for me to extract that cutscene. I'm playing for the cutscenes. Oh shit, I just healed. Just healed. So X is nothing. Square is heal. Let's use another one, just to make sure I don't have any more. And circle's dodge. We don't know triangle yet. What about the touchpad? Alright, we got some maps. L2's, nothing. We got an L1 block, R1. What about L3? We got a run. Alright, pretty typical clone. Pretty typical clone control. And we're running, boy. I mean, it feels, you know, it's fast and responsive. It's not clunky. It reminds me of that game, Eternity, The Last
I heard you
Unicorn.
the first time,
That $2 gem I
but don't
played.
disagree.
The graphics look nice. Ready for PS5 Pro. Pass under them. So why am I playing another green-brown game with some more fantasy protagonists? I'm in the woods. Circle dodges or circle picks up? X
I think we
takes.
can get through
I
here.
wonder why they showed me a circle
Sure.
before I
Let's
walked up
go
to that.
traipsing through the rotten, falling down house.
And this is a free trial, so you can play this and check it out for yourself. I don't even think it's like a PS Plus trial. I think it's just available. This
Looks
is where all
steady
this
enough.
this is where all the speedrunners thank their subs and their donations.
Watch out!
So again, more movie game cinematic as opposed to just play.
Ugh. Is it just me or are we not welcome here?
Keep going.
Oh my
I'll
god.
find a way to meet up with you.
Is there
Overeager apprentices.
doesn't want to jump. I'll find a way to catch up to you. It's almost like they think we've never played a game before.
I can break my way through here.
Okay. Just tell me the answer then. Tell me the answer then. Didn't even let me like think or look. It's like this is the first. If you've never played a video game before, let's walk you through the tutorial, not of this game, but of a video game. Why do we need this? I was just listening to this lecture on entrepreneurship, and it's like, how critical is this? How blatant is the need for this?
Well,
Alright,
you
Scream
tried.
R1. And then a heavy attack. Alright, do the combat. Click R3 to lock target. Is he respawning? I think he's
Everything all right
respawning.
down there?
Just a sneaky wanderer. You?
A sneaky wanderer.
The specters watching the road.
Don't they look just
but
like
are they
the
keeping people outside town, or are they keeping them in?
They look just like those spirit dudes from Hell Is Us, that state of play reveal game. I don't know why that game has like such realistic characters and level design, but then it has these generic like white blob enemies. Wouldn't you think that the enemies would be more detailed? It's like, what if we made a Souls game but the enemies were not interesting? Like, so then I wouldn't care about the cool things I have to fight, like these cool, unique things. Even God of War had that. Original classic God of War, like satyrs and legionnaires and Medusa and Minotaur, all these really unique enemies that make you excited, like, oh man, who's this guy? What's he gonna do? What am I have to do with him? So far, it's every game you've ever played. It's got green grass and brown mud. You're outdoors. You're walking with the L stick and clicking R3 to lock on. Why did this game need to be made? And they go, we have a story to tell. But no one's going to be interested, so we got to make it an action game. Oh my god.
Oh, more wanderers.
Well, you handle them. Take my control, slow me down.
You.
And the thing is, this idea of like, make me walk slow by the event, pan the camera, take my control away, do this, trigger the slow scripted event. Don't you think that God of War, new God of War, even does it better?
I can tell how long these people are dead.
And gets
The
it like
original settlers, perhaps.
really
This
big.
doesn't bode well.
It's like the payoff is a big, epic, you know, usually an enemy that you have to fight. I don't know. Half these devs want to tell a story. But like, why? You should want to make an action game. Banishment, attacking with the weapons fills the banish gauge. And then you can banish your target. Hence why we call it the banish gauge. I'm just going to press R1. And then X is the... Like I'm saying, are these guys respawning or is it just... And then I have to manually pick up, I'm not reading that.
These people left New Eden Town just a few days ago. What exactly is going on here?
Blow it up. Do I have a health bar? Maybe I do. Looks like there's something underneath my camera. Let's see. It's just an objective. Well, I'm leaving it there then. It's just an objective marker. What did it say? Do a charge attack? Why don't I banish him? There we go. Wait a minute, so what does that even do?
Enough.
What does that even do? It wasted all my powers and it didn't instantly kill him. So why'd I do that? Maybe it's something to do against people who can't, like you can't stagger them with R1.
Badly for the case.
Situation's worse than you thought.
Let's wait to hear what Charles has to say.
Got some nice Irish accents. Well, they can't all speak American.
Empty docks in a growing settlement.
Yeah, I was just about to say this level is pretty empty.
Sign. Are the town selectmen sitting on their arses?
I don't know,
Isn't
man.
that what selectmen do? When we get
Mechanically,
to
there's
town,
nothing wrong with
we
it,
may
but
need to split up to cover more ground.
it really just makes me
You
wonder
account on the most
purpose.
responsible
Who's
student in
greenlighting a lot of these
We'll
games?
see if you remember some of your teaching.
It's like
If
what's
you're up
going
for it.
on with all these companies where they're losing money, right?
Who the hell
Ubisoft and Warner Brothers, and
People who fear pestilence
This
or
game.
disease.
it's
Or
like
both.
Well, how very
One-
biblical.
you have to pitch it to the publisher who greenlights financing it. If it's not a strong concept, why are they greenlighting it? What would make it a strong concept? Either it's unique and it's urgent. Not that it's unique but people don't need it. It's unique and people need it. It's a very good example of a game. But, okay, We already have a game like that that's just as good. So why do they need this one? Why is it urgent? Or it's too weak. No, it's not. It's a weak. So it's a strong concept. They finance it. Then they design it solidly. What does that mean? Never mind bugs. People don't seem to be worried about bugs. I think that the arrangement, like at least right now, what we need to do, we watch a cutscene and then we go play. It's running in a straightforward direction. That's pretty good. Some people like, let me bang out some checkpoints. Let me bang out some objectives. Okay, so the player likes the step-by-step sequence. Or better yet, it's not step-by-step. It's just this round, revolving experience. It doesn't stop. You're just there. Like, that's why they like the immersive open-world games. You load in and I'm here. What's so funny is you take a game like Witcher or Maneater that are immersive, and then, or I mean Red Dead 2, and then you play a game like Maneater, that shark game. Even that has a sense of immersion. You just spawn in and you run. So, it's not a bad concept, and it's not a concept that's been done well before. It's unique, but it's not just unique, it's urgent. So it's an urgently needed concept. That you're then going to launch 5 years from now? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. The marketplace changes so much and evolves so much, and you don't know what people are playing. 2 years from now, they're playing something totally different, and your game's 3 years into development. And then you design it well. The engine and the controls, you don't really seem to have bad controls anymore. No one cares about bugs. So it's just the arrangement of activities. Like, is it really a free play experience? Just go and freely play. Don't even think about it too much. Just go do it. Do people want to participate? Do they want to have this? It's not. I think they're over. They might not be over story. Like I said, you can sell a story if you make it you make it clear that's the purpose, and you make it very easy to extract. I don't have to work to have the experiences just happening. But other than that, a lot of people, I think, just want this surface level recreational play. And they want to be on their computer or listening to a podcast. They want to be on their phone. They want to be hanging out with their friends. And this is like a surface level activity. This kind of game that requires, I'm an individual and I'm getting immersed and I'm sitting still and I'm introverted and I'm single player. It's tough to have a kind of loose single player game. He's going there, I'm going to run here. I wonder if this is open. I can run around there. Maybe I can jump up and over. Give me that shit. Leather multiples. So then I wonder how much of this is like a little bit of an open role-playing game, or if it's more of a linear. Looks like it's pretty linear single-player game.
The town is emptying. Stay on your guard.
Town's emptying. So it looks like it's a little bit more linear. I actually like that. So then we can just explore the areas for the hidden gems like pyrite and wild chervil.
If they burned their crops and ran out of food, then they probably ate the horses.
Let's run around here. New town. Ooh, little frame hitch up. Doing that heads-up display.
Let's find Charles. It'll be good to see Charles and Esther again.
Area of investigation. You've reached the location of your objective. What? Your compass now indicates that you are inside an area of investigation. Look for the inn.
I remember you telling her.
Look for the inn. What's this guy saying? Why don't I talk to him?
Good day, sir.
You'll be Haskell's Banishers, I take it.
Antea Duarte. This is Red McWraith.
Hugh Batchelor. The governor had me prepare the schoolhouse for your comfort. It has fallen out of use. Will that be all?
Where's the inn? I was about to say goodbye. It's like, yeah, I'm done.
Where might we find it?
The King's Arm. You can't miss it for the lamps are lit. The school is
Maybe there's
now
I think that there's a
meeting
subset of
house
gamers that
cold
really
and
likes
dark,
reading,
but the tavern shines.
and they like when there's a lot of literature to kind
let
of
us
spool
be
through.
thankful
Maybe
for
that
small
helps them
mercies.
like imagine
Farewell, Mr. Bachelor.
more about the
And you
story,
may
or
wish us luck.
Good luck then to the both of you.
I don't know, like why? I don't know, man. The only reason why I would care enough to investigate is because these games are not turning a profit. Which then means you have to make this argument like, well, is there something, is it quote unquote bad? Is there something wrong? What's wrong? What can we fix? What should we do? Because you know me, I like art. You can make anything you want. You can make it the way you want. It's your vision. But it wasn't your money.
Great.
Sets the tone.
And it's tough when these developers all get fired, because then how are they going to like make a resume?
I must
Well,
take
what
a
was the
moment
last
by
game that you
myself.
made? And it's like, well, it lost a bunch of
Excuse
money.
me.
So you can't. It's like you can't really build a career on that.
There's the inn.
Well, then let's just go to the inn instead of exploring.
Charlie, we're here. Your prayers are answered. Pour us a drink. Finally.
Banisher, please come in.
I guess I don't know
It is
who,
gold
like,
you're
what a
serving women
Banisher
will
is.
sit well with
Do they want to be like? I keep thinking they want to be
I'm
like
the help.
Bloodborne.
She's the boss. You're not Charles.
Do you think Souls games make you intrigued
name
because
is
they
Antea
don't tell you
Duarte.
anything?
This is my partner, Red.
And would you
McRae.
like a Souls
The
game
date,
with cutscenes? They could
sirs,
never do
madam.
that.
Now, where's Charles?
Minister Davenport said help was on its way. I assumed...
Keep digging, Fairfax. Good day.
I usually don't like
Pennington,
these
Captain of the train.
like old-timey period pieces.
This here is thick-skinned Newsmith.
I don't know why. I've
We're
never
the
been into
select-
history.
What's left of us? Why is Charles not here?
And I think what people like about history is the fact that it's like a record of what people actually did.
We're sorry for your loss. We'll do what we can for his
And it's the
widow.
same type,
Reverend's
and
dead.
those same people say that they want to read nonfiction
Terrible
rather than
tragedy,
fiction.
though our faith
Whereas I like
sustains us,
fiction,
we
I kind of
are
just
still
like,
very much in shock.
sure, I like character and plot, but I also just like playing with language and writing in the English language and poetry and lyrics and that type of
As
thing.
governor of the colony of
So when I'm
Maine, it
listening
is
to
my
these characters and I'm
responsibility.
trying to find out, like, they're telling me what has gone on.
We could all be miles away by now.
I'm not seeing them do anything.
You lot do what you want. I intend living.
Like, I hate games like this where I don't want to listen to these
Esteemed
people.
select woman can be brusque. Forgive her. And rest assured that her aptitudes far
So then
outweigh
why
her
is, like, the
merits.
quarry interesting where
Her
they're all in
point
that
still
locker
stands,
room
Fairfax.
and you just find out this girl's got an
Sitting
eye
here,
patch and a
doing
gun?
Nothing. We are as lambs
Why is
to the
that
slaughter.
exciting and
The
this is not?
Banishers are here. Surely with their expertise we may yet prevail.
This reminds me of Assassin's Creed too.
Then I shall leave you and your expertise in ghosts and
Just these-
devils to find out.
Take those European
My
accents out of
expertise
here,
in
dude. This is
broken battle
America.
is of little use.
You gotta sound like a
Mr.
cowboy.
If I can be of service, yous may visit me at home. On the other side of the street, as it were.
Well, Governor, shall you leave or shall you stay?
So he's the governor. That's the
Myself,
first thing I
I'll
learned.
stay. Our company has suffered.
So like, yo, really? Oh, man.
But we are worth saving.
I thought Dragon Age was
Now
cool.
that you are here, save it we shall.
Why? It was really
Yes.
like bright
Accept
and
my
positive and
sincerest
happy.
condolences for the
Really
loss of
sold
your
the
friend.
fantasy. Like something like
We
Strange
feel
of
the
Paradise
loss
and
of our
Dragon's
minister
Age.
so very keenly.
They sell the magic
Charles
of like
Davenport was
a
man of
fantasy
great knowledge and
setting.
devotion.
But that also is not trying to
pride
be
indeed
realistic
of
or
New
accurate to the... See, this isn't really a
This
fantasy
commodes me
setting, it's a
greatly
historic
to
setting.
remember how we found his body in the
That's it.
cemetery. Indeed,
That's
it
probably the same
distresses
reason I
me
don't
yet
like
further
Assassin's
to
Creed.
tell you that we
I don't
want
wanna
to
know anything.
Tragically cost him his life.
Could the physicians not save
Could your
him?
physicians not save him?
It's been 5 minutes
Would
since
that
the
we had
last
a physician
gameplay interact,
left.
and it's like,
It
give me
would have
some
made
dialogue.
no difference. Charles was dead when we found him. We do not know how.
I think
or
this was the
why.
Canadian studio, not the
One or
French
two
one.
among our company have knowledge of the physic.
I don't know. What do you
Purples,
fucking
they
want?
said.
I mean,
Rupture,
you
stranger,
fucking analyze why
or
it didn't
sadness.
fucking sell.
Guesses, all. As a man of science,
It's
in New
a
Eden,
fantasy,
stand
click
alone.
R3, action,
see,
Souls
in
clone,
my youth, I too was something of a demonologist.
with a drawn-out
Rather
historic
a good
plot.
one, if I say so myself.
Ugh.
We're not demonologists.
What the fuck,
and neither was
dude?
Charles. Is his widow Esther
What?
taking
That's what I'm.
visitors?
It's just what I'm saying.
The widow
I'm the
Davenport
publisher.
is at home,
You're
and
pitching
does
me.
not much venture out.
Why would I
The house
finance
overlooks the
developing this?
I offered Charles
We have a
home
really
with
cool
view
story.
across a pretty meadow, but
What does that
he
mean?
refused.
What does that mean? What's
He
not
preferred
happened
the
in a
village
story
life.
before, or in a
Speak to
video
her,
game before?
if she'll see
What?
you. But she knows no more than we do about how her
Well, there's a
husband died.
so okay. What about this? What about this character?
What can you tell
Who's
me
this?
about the
I like
corpse?
this girl. I don't know anything
I can
about
tell
her.
you that it has been our misery for many long months now.
Where's that other dude?
I can
He's
tell you that
like,
it worsens by the increments.
look, he's sitting way back there.
First,
So he's not the
there was
protagonist. He's my
pestilence,
sidekick.
disease. Then came the nightmares. Then came madness. In the end came death. And death remains. But in all honesty, I think the weather is the worst part.
I think this guy's got
never-ending
hepatitis.
Winter hangs
He's
heavy on us all.
too glutinous.
Worse yet, it traps us here.
They keep showing me Skip.
What did Charles know about it?
Who's
What
Charles?
had he learned?
Tragically, I had not yet had the opportunity to discuss this investigation. And his passing now excludes the possibility.
They keep tempting me, Skip.
Our late friend Charles
know you want
faced a
to.
Herculean
Hold
task
R1.
and acquitted himself with honor. You will have to do far better than that, I'm afraid.
Our contract stands.
If you'll have it, yes, our contract stands for Charles.
All right. For Charles.
All right. For Charles.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
We have what we need.
Then I wish you success. By my instruction, a room is prepared for you in the old schoolhouse. I'll be here if you need me.
They keep showing it. Skip. It's like the backwards voice at the beginning of a Slayer album. Skip. So what do I game now? So then maybe it's trying to be like one of these RPGs like Reedfall or Dragon's Dogma. Listen to how many I could just rattle off every fucking game that this reminds me of. New World, Dragon's Age, Dragon's Dogma. It wants to be, so they don't have, it lacks an identity. And then you'll come back here, and then you'll explore. What was also cool about Alan Wake is that it's like, this is one set piece, it's one chapter, you're not coming back here.
Damn it, Charles.
Indicate direction
Those
and
accursed
distance,
sea
follow the
storms.
yellow marker. Alright, let's just follow the yellow marker. What's crazy is I'd be willing to explore, but it's almost like they're telling me it's not necessary. So then why make this shit in, what? Why make this,
These people have no idea what they're up against.
like it's supposed to be like Fable where I'm talking to these people, or... I think that's where I came from. Just kind of looking around. I don't want to talk to her. Because then it's like talking to her is not going to accomplish anything. I don't know if this is my hub, if I gotta go get missions or what. They just made like an open spot to run around.
Antea, Red.
So I guess she knows me. Wait, if he's red, why am I wearing the red clothing and he's wearing blue? Just call him Blue.
I've barely slept for fear you would not come.
I mean, I'm glad I got to try it. Now I
Unless
don't have
lost.
to pay for it.
Would God
What do you
even
What do
allow
you
me to
want?
drag you into these
You know, these developers should be upset.
dark times?
They should be upset that something's not
Esther,
working.
You're not alone.
And the marketplace has clearly changed. Millennials like me who grew up with games are not kids anymore. We're adults. We have obligations. We don't have time. And we grew up
Charles
playing
kept saying it.
games that became more and more
faith.
story-driven,
They will
longer, one long
If
playthrough,
only
not
he
multiple
had
short
kept his faith
playthroughs,
himself.
100% checklist
What happened to
completes,
him?
an immersive
Poor
story.
Charles.
And somewhere along this
Just
way,
one more victim of the curse
action
of
games
New
became
Eden.
more about story
You know
games.
how he is. Was. Restless.
And they just
Impatient.
became slow-paced and
It's
long.
not that he gave up on you.
And
his
then
friends.
younger generations
But
grew up.
that he could wait no
I don't
more.
know if it was that they were
I
playing
believe
maybe
he tried to
Nintendo games
lift
on
the
Switch and it
curse.
was a handheld console,
too
so the
have
playtime had to be
questions.
shorter. They were
But I
playing
have
on
no
mobile games,
answers.
which are more like browser games that we
Nor
played
do
in the
I now have a
2000s or
husband.
whenever. And it was just. I don't know,
Is
it was
there
like.
anything we should know about?
You're not
Please
getting immersed for
deliver
2.5
me, for
hours
I
on your phone
cannot endure
playing
this.
game.
I cannot endure it, and
Because
Charles
it's not a
does deserve
cinematic
it.
quote-unquote experience.
Anything at all, Esther. Please.
So they just got
I
used to
have felt
having like
Charles present about the house.
a shorter playtime.
His
And that's
ghost
how
lingers.
Nintendo
He
games
needs
were
her.
and Genesis games were,
If he's
and even
here,
Game Boy, I
promise
guess.
I will know
And then
no
it was
less
really like
until
PS1,
he
but
has
really
his.
2 and
You
N64.
can count on us.
And where it's
We'll
like
start with
consoles,
the
like, well,
house.
you're gonna sit down in your
Charles's
room,
papers are gathered in
like
his office.
pick up the controller and go
Take what
in
you
for a
need.
long time. You want a
Thank
long
you,
experience.
Esther.
But that was also much more. That was also much more
We'll take a look
single
around,
player
if that's all
oriented.
right.
And so then, sure, single
May
player
I be
game.
of any
So
help?
single player games could become
You
less
stay put.
arcade-like
We'll find the
and
way.
instant-like and longer. But then multiplayer games became more instance-like because what are you saying? Unlock the first hint. It contains important information. So then multiplayer games became more about like short action at a time because you might not be able to stay long. And it became more about communicating with other people rather than just, what am I supposed to do? Click the touch bar to get the hint that I unlocked? Who gives a shit? So,
Purcell. Could
and
you
it's like
find
a
nothing
game like
better?
this was going to require
days I
I
like
shut
that.
everything out and I
believe you
get
probably
immersed,
can't
a
afford
deep
to do
state
that.
of mental involvement,
It cost a
immersion,
fortune.
and I really invest myself
cannot
in
part
committing
of
to the
this
experience.
for my beloved
It's not
queen.
easy to just turn on and I'm having the experience. Partly because it's a story game, it's going to require immersion and investment, a concession of the player. And I think people just want more surface level stuff. Just give me the activity, the recreational, like at the beginning of Zelda. Here's your tablet, now run outside and play.
Where are you staying, my dears?
The governor.
So what's this hint? Understand why Charles lingers. We got a mission.
I had a room prepared for us. at schoolhouse.
Inspect.
The
Skip.
schoolhouse. Wouldn't you rather
Inspect.
stay here?
Skip.
You'd be more comfortable.
Esther,
Oh, fuck.
Am I-
Skip. Goodbye.
we'll keep looking.
I'll be here if you need me.
Skip. Oh
This is
my
Charles's.
god, what? It's Charles's.
It's like he never left.
Can't leave. It's like I never left. Man, you got all these weapons just waiting to be used. Minor G strings. Well, hey! Hey, wait a minute! Disavow! Disavow!
How pleasant to see these old.
So look what I'm doing right now.
House in London.
I am not investing in learning anything. I'm just clicking. And you go, well, then you're not really getting out of this experience, you know, what we made for you to get. It's like, well, this is the activity to conquer the game. In order to conquer the game, I have to click the context sensitive.
It must be unbearable.
Look at all the things that I could interact with if they would allow me, but they won't allow me. Precious glass dome.
That's from the set he taught me with. I'd know it anywhere.
Did he keep it?
I'd know it anywhere.
His favorite.
So look how I'm conquering the game. Press the context sensitive. That's it. Press the context sensitive.
Charles
See?
always wore this brooch.
And then they'll talk to me. I kind of like when the protagonist talks. I don't mind that at all, because it doesn't interact it doesn't break my control.
The piano's not the only thing you paid a pretty.
I mean, why would I care about this, right? To be honest with you, hand on my heart, I would not care enough to want to develop a game better. But if you are a developer or a designer, you should want to know how to make something better. And the reason why you know it's not working is because it's not selling. So I would care more as like an executive or a publisher. Think, this did not do well. Why did we finance this? What is this really?
Esther couldn't attend Charles's burial.
What are we really offering the player? It's not an experience. It's an opportunity to play along.
I could have made him manifest.
I want to play. When's my turn?
Maybe.
I want to do that. I want to get to do that.
More to it.
So they're buying like the activity to do something. Don't push me out of the way, Blue. What are you telling me? I already read this.
Remember how they used to argue about books we hadn't read, like we weren't there?
Oh, you actually
so sometimes I can't interact with this stuff anymore. When's Batman mode? He's pushing me out of the way again. Are you looking at something, or were you just going to walk there?
Faith always was his beacon in the
So
darkness.
we unlocked some of these puzzles, and now we have to go back through the room and get the other puzzle. Alright, the Tour de France. Alright, a node. See, some of these we couldn't get before, but now we can. Alright, we're collecting. And inspect here. Nope, not gonna read that.
Remember when he started to wear these?
She's talking
to
me
look wiser and older.
Yeah, right. They wore those things because they had lice and herpes duplex that would make their hair fall out. What am I supposed to be doing here? I'm not frustrated yet. He's not having fun yet either. So what am I supposed to do? Understand why Charles lingers. What else am I doing here? Those are my resources, my evolutions, the chronicle, haunting case. What? So these are ghosts? It's a ghost story? They didn't tell me that. Hell the surprises, and then my map. So find out why Charles lingers. And then I'm gonna banish him with that fucking X power. Could I press that there? It says upstairs. It says upstairs.
Prepared for us in the schoolhouse.
The schoolhouse? Wouldn't you rather stay here? You'd be more comfortable.
Very kind. A long day ahead of us. Don't want to bother you.
I don't have much.
When these guys are talking, is this like a scripted sequence I'm waiting to play out before he does something? Or is this to make it feel lived in? What am I doing here? Inspect. Silver brooch. Engraved with the hilt. Yes, so what? Look. 3 drops of lavender and a chromile infusion before sleep. What does that mean? Why am I reading this stuff? Do I have to put this puzzle together myself? Look, I inspected all of them. He's dead. Nothing can happen. Lord of mercy. I know this already. What if I click these buttons? What if I click these buttons? What if I pull out my sword? What if I banish him? I have nothing. What if I dodge? What if this were another game?
I can still picture him crafting your very first Bane ring.
What about this? What if I touch the touchpad to there?
More fun of the
Look, it
moment
says
now than you were back then.
it says can interact. It's a dialogue box that can
Actual
interact.
said.
You were.
So I already interacted
Still,
with them? Yeah,
you did
it's
all
done.
right.
What am I missing? Maybe I have to talk to her again. No, it says go upstairs. Let's do this.
How may I help?
Skip. So then what about this?
What
Aha,
can you
we
tell
have to
me about
investigate.
this?
I'm skipping this shit. This game sucks.
What-
It's
I-
fucking no wonder why it didn't sell. It stinks! Who would pay to do this? You can't be mad at the
We'll keep
devs.
looking
They don't
around.
buy their own games. But you could be mad at the publishers who pissed away the money financing this crap. Where's my sword? I need to break some boxes. Yeah, there we go. What about that? Nothing? Nothing new? No new investigation? What if I banish him? What if I leave? Look, it auto-saved again. What about this? What about that? Why don't you climb that ladder? What if there's a secret top upstairs? Now we go. We got a map. Here we go. Look at this. Alright, so we're making progress in this investigation. Let's inspect again. It'll tell us. The Tour de France. Whoa, camera got a little crazy there. Hey, here we go. Inspect the map. Look, she comes to me in my dreams.
Charles's notes mention Job, chapter 7, verses 13 to 15.
Yeah, so look it up.
I'll look for that reference.
Yeah, look for it.
Red, you dropped something.
You can feel like the camera's pulling on him. Well, yeah, look at it. Yeah, alright.
These notes are...
See, let them advance the puzzle. Click the
Charles is
context
worried
button.
about the curse
Let them
plaguing
do the
the
work.
settlers' dreams.
How malicious is this curse tormenting people in the bed?
Hint obtained.
Charles...
Hint obtained. A portrait. Charles was worried about the influence the threatening spirit had on other settlers' dreams. Alright. Haunted cases. So now I'm an investigator.
Charles's ghost might
And
give
remember
us
that game called
answers.
Cthulhu?
We should investigate
That game
the
was
cemetery where he
amazing.
was found.
Straightforward, well-paced, hemmed in. The purpose was dialogue. They made it easy. The characters and stories were cool. I already look how like. So then, why is this even an action game? Now, what do you want? Let's go back downstairs. We're done up here. I've solved the case. I guess I don't need to talk to her either. We just need to leave.
Are you leaving already?
We need to investigate the
What the
cemetery.
fuck? So am I allowed to leave or what?
Yeah, chop it in.
Goodbye. I'm sorry, but this is what I'm doing. Advancing the game. This is what players want to do. They want to
What would you
interact.
do for
They
my
want to conquer
child?
the scenario. They want to advance the game. Skip. Find the location of the next objective. This is how we're going to play it, just like D4. Skip. Open your map. Find the next objective. Blah, blah, blah. Now, what is that little, Let's check this out first. Get out of my way, bitch. Let's get to this party package. I'll probably run past my real objective first. We want to go to the gravesite. I mean, get out of the fucking way! What the hell is with these NPCs blocking me, dude? Hey, get back here.
Calm.
Hey, shut up. Skip. Show me your wares.
Kid.
Show me your wares. I want to buy. Oh my god. The D-pad is the up and down, and the left and right, and the L stick is the look. Pair of leather. What does it say? Can be found in the Dark Woods region. Well, if it can be found, why am I going to buy it? I'm going to craft? Don't come back. Alright, let's go. I'm heading to the cemetery. Hopefully we can fight some spooks.
A wisp. So
A
close
wisp.
to town.
Break these boards. And then sneak through
Where
slowly.
are you leading me?
There we go. What if I can't banish him.
In my sleep.
Unlock. I think it's a manual lock. L1 to block and parry. But if I do R1 to attack, I don't need a block.
No one is safe here.
Yeah, okay. I mean, here's the thing too. If Don't Nod, who we know from Life is Strange fame, doesn't want to make a hardcore action game, but they want to add interactive combat, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea to have some fight sequences. But don't pretend like it's a real combat. Make it clear, hey, this is just casual to add a little spice to the game. Uh-oh. About to banish them. Take some gold. Give me the gold. Can't go up that way. Do I like anything about it? The controls. I like the controls. But, like, look at this. Here's some gameplay. Look. I think that making this about walking around, exploring the landscape, and collecting things, and maybe, like, a casual fight sequence and that minor interactions, I think that's good. And I don't think that they should focus on fighting. Not everything has to be an action game. You're not going to sell a weak action game to real action gamers just to get them to play your story game. Sell a story game to story gamers. As a banisher, you can feel places, blah, blah, blah. Proximity to the Bane rings, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I'm trying. It's like, I didn't buy it, and neither did you. And that's all you need to know. Like, that's all you need to know. There's no argument. No, it's really great. It'd be one thing if the critics were wrong and the players all bought it. But they didn't.
Many dead in more recent
So what does that mean? It's a weak concept, it wasn't designed well, or it's been done before and no one needs it. So what's the answer? Because it didn't sell. Maybe it did sell. Maybe these games, some of these games, like Concord, are cratering. But then I think that some of these other games are just barely making a profit, and the publishers are like, hey, we got by with the skin of our teeth, we're never doing that again. You're all fired. It's true. It's true. So just kind of cruising around and looking. I'm going to play this like as if it were Life is Strange. Just cruise around. And the other thing, well, let's just stick to this game. The other thing is, I mean, it's on the publisher. Why? I mean, you think some of these game devs get a deal? If you make Life is Strange 2, you can make Banishers 1. I don't know. What about Ghost Mode? Maybe I need to use that. Detective Ghost Mode. Oh, I can't get back up. So I gotta find another way around. Okay. I mean, you're a character in a space and you're running, just like in real life. And the action is just there to kind of break up the minutia of looking. But it's the dialogue. If it were... I would like this game more if it was just running and clicking and there was no story. Because I don't care about these characters or these NPCs that I gotta do. And I want to explore this area more,
I might be able to reveal
But I think I'm supposed to just go to the objective. So it's like, Life is Strange is sort of like that, where you're free to look around, but then find the objective. And in this game, it seems like maybe you're allowed to do that, but they're kind of indicating to you like, nah, just go to the waypoint, go to the waypoint. So I'm thinking like, I kind of want to look around the level and explore a little bit. Can perform rituals. That's not exciting. Man, it's just, you don't even get, none of this is necessary. None of this is necessary. Hearken, execute.
What I picked up earlier should suffice.
Wait, I was supposed to which ritual did I choose? Can perform ritual.
In each stain hides a story.
But that's not me doing it, that's the character doing it. Huh?
In the name of the Lord, I command
my God.
you. Be gone from this place.
You know what was cool about Life is Strange? You felt like you wanted to get to know those characters.
Who are you, ghost? Unveil yourself.
Well, since you ask
and now I'm waiting.
Politely.
I'm fucking bored.
Who are you?
I am everything you've ever feared.
This is boring.
Be gone.
I'm waiting for this to end.
You have no shell, no ties, no purpose.
No, but
look,
neither do you.
You can't argue artist vision. These artists need to get out of video games. You guys should be making movies, TV shows. Would people watch this as a TV show? Either it's the concept or it's the execution. And in either instance, if it loses money, there's no excuse.
What was it?
So, why? What's wrong? Was it the concept or was it the execution?
The tie that binds his ghost.
It's one of them.
With it, I can make him manifest. Back to his grave, then.
Where was I before I went up that way? Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. So I'm gonna explore. I think that's the drop-off. So we're up here. I don't know why I care. Because I'm a creative person and listen, that's why. I like art and I like business. And these games are doing neither. They're not winning. They're not trying to win. They're not trying to win a game award. They're just glad to be nominated. Ugh, what a loser attitude. Oh, thanks for wasting my banish on nothing. Get banished. Wow, that was not... What? You said decoction. What'd you just tell me to do? Let's get this gold material. I like the controls, it's very smooth. And I like running around. I don't like the dialogue. Or the sitting and waiting for things to finish happening. We're gamers, we like to take action, you know? We have initiative. So then what was the thing? Reveal an echo. Force a ghost. Force a scourge. Who cares? Let's do this one.
Now is a good...
And then we'll skip.
Before you die.
That's how we're in.
And then we'll skip. How did the nightmare kill you? And then we'll skip. How does its malevolence manifest?
Charles Davenport was a good man.
No, press and hold. See, that was an interesting mix-up. You thought it was click, but it was press and hold.
My Charles.
And now I'm slow walking.
Where do you think he is now?
He's...
slow walking,
I
chat.
miss the warmth of his hands. His calm presence in our house. If I close my eyes, I can picture him.
If you handed this controller to an executive and you said, hey man, this is what you paid for. Do you want to do this? And he's going to go, no. And then you go, why would you think other people would want to do it?
You're right.
Let's click that. Let's click that.
He's at peace. And you
would you want to do this? Ask an executive. And he'll say, no. So then you'll ask, why would you think you should pay me when I insist? I know other people want to do it. I wonder if sometimes the process of making a game is better than playing their specific game. Like, who's playtesting it? Oh yeah, this is fun. This is the way we want it to be. It's coming together. It's what we want to do. I guess sometimes they say it doesn't come together. But you've been in it so long. No, that's not true, because Sony has canceled.
I'm sorry.
If you watch maybe that God of War documentary,
dearly.
Tomorrow, Sony canceled that like Mass Effect type space RPG after 3.5 years.
I'm glad you are here. Both of you.
So sometimes they're like, we don't want to launch a game in that design. You've been building this world. We don't want to launch a game in that design or whatever. Why am I here? And then I'm just gonna leave again? So then sometimes what? They say I don't know. Why are these... I've heard stories where the publisher is like, you guys have the vision and we bought your concept, but what if you redesigned the game, you know, to be a MOBA? And then they're like, well, we weren't building it to be MOBA. Well, can you change it to be a MOBA? It's like, I guess we could, but why not just start making a MOBA? Why not, like, why repurpose this? Well, we just want that. It's like publishers changing it mid-development. What am I doing here? I hear some didgeridoo. Oh my god. Fuck this guy, dude. You had sex with this guy? Skip.
Were you?
That wasn't Charles. As banishers we bring... What? The dead have no business with the living. And then I'd kill you again. I'd do anything for you.
We'll see tomorrow. Now, to sleep. This was a dreadful day.
Couldn't have put it better myself. I can't skip this one.
Poor Charles.
Poor Esther.
Aye, poor Esther.
Alright, maybe he's dreaming. He's getting freaked out. Maybe I'll start playing as him. He is dreaming.
Antea, she took her firebeam. She says I'm the reckless one.
So now I'm him. Okay. Take. Open.
Where are you?
Alright, now I'm this dude.
Now, are you?
Death to the dead. I think it's cool they at least let you play as both. They're probably the same. I think the one... I thought that she had magic and he had melee.
Why would you go?
So maybe I got him backwards.
Open. Antea! Don't suppose you spectres have seen Antea?
So, for some reason there are ghosts here?
You're the boss and all, but you could have included me.
Yeah, it just seems like it wants to... It's like, what it wants to be is a story game. What it wants to be is a story game. But they're like, that's not going to be interesting enough, so we got to make it like Bloodborne. Because non-action game, it's like they think non-action games are boring. They know that in the back of their mind. So instead of trying to find a way to make a non-action game compelling, they're like, the value is the story, and we'll house it in an action game.
See how they run, see how they...
And it doesn't sell. And then someone's got to answer, like, the executive has to answer the shareholders, the producer has to answer the publisher, developers. I mean, really, none of these employees are being held accountable. They're the ones doing the work. But do you think all these developers are buying games? Do you think they bought their own game? Or their friends' games?
Red, can't you see? We never
Imagine going to a store, seeing something, going, oh, I would like that so much. I'm imagining how happy I would be if I were to enjoy it because it's the thing that I imagine that it is. No, thank you. And then you walk out. And that's all these game developers. We're imagining, oh, what if we had a game? What if we had a game? What if it was fun? What if it was an experience? And they're like, yeah, but I don't actually want to do that. And then we don't buy it. We don't buy it. And then these developers go broke, and they get fired, and they say, why? Why were we fired? We did a great job. It's like, you probably made a lot of art. I don't think gamers want art anymore. I don't even. I am finding myself less interested in putting on a headset and investing my emotions and getting immersed for 2 to 3 hours in a story. I want to listen to a podcast and have some recreational activity. Wow, she was cool. Is this a boss? I hope so. I'm gonna banish this bitch.
You're not alarmed. I bring you aid.
Oh, he's trying to be a friend.
There is only dereliction.
Where's Antea? What have you done with her?
Maybe this would have been better as an action game.
Hellsballs. Lady, if you hurt her...
You cling to love, a fool to the last. There is no love. There is only defilement.
Damn, he's cheating on her.
No.
Come on, let's fight. Maybe she's gonna teach me green magic. Be a necro. Yeah, let's fight. Alright, cool boss. Alright. Let's have fun.
Your lover will betray you too.
Oh man, she has let's banish her early and then I'll build it back. Damn, look at that. Alright, it's like Life is Strange the boss. So I gotta dodge magic because I can't block it. Oh, she's got a 4-hit combo. I was trying to get away so I could heal. My journey's ended. My journey's ended. That's a cool backdrop. I gotta run all the way back here. I guess I'm right here. So I had to get out of the way to heal. Let's see this. So, see, look, you can't block that. You gotta dodge. Maybe you should only be dodging. Maybe you should only be dodging because I don't really have a... Like, you're not gonna block magic damage.
You will suffer like I do.
We are not your enemy.
What is this? Do a circle attack? No, what the hell is this? Do a circle attack. Banish. Why couldn't I do it from behind her? I'm trapped. What? gonna do a fatality on me?
Where's Anthea? If you laid a finger on her...
You what? Come to her aid? There is no aid. There is only... retribution.
Give him back.
How touching. You come to claim your man. You think you love him. You do not. There, in the dark of your marrow, there is no love. Only betrayal. I offer you a trade. He stays and you leave with your life.
She shook her little head there. Leave.
You have a brain, yet you think with your idiot heart. You're weak.
You killed her. Damn, see, that's exciting. That's drama. Her bleeding from the mouth. This is cool. This should be the opening.
Will you come to her aid now?
I want to read ghost stories in a bookshelf. I want to fight ghosts. Oh, she killed them both? Damn, cold-blooded.
If you do, I'll be waiting.
The icy ocean made a diamond from his grief, then buried it in his heart.
Maybe we're both ghosts now, because they banished us.
The weight of his failure dragged him down.
Oh, maybe they split. This is like Alan Wake.
Drowning in the gloom, he spoke her name.
Banishers.
Take me instead, he screamed, soundless, to the cold and silent waters. Out beyond the black veil of death, something heard his cries and reached for him.
Alright, pretty cool. I like it. Look at all those nines. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I think that's pretty cool. I mean, if it's this idea of you're gonna fight ghosts, they didn't tell me that. And I can use a flintlock? So then is that more interesting? I think that's really the more interesting part. Where these two want to stay together to fight ghosts. Why am I talking to all these people? It's like two different games. I'm in a town, I'm talking to these people, I'm looking at a bookshelf, and then all of a sudden you show me this witching cutscene where I'm fighting a derelict ghost. So which is it? I want the ghost game. All right. You got me curious enough, don't nod. It's alright, I guess. Banishers. Maybe a sequel.